Morning, everybody. Just sorting the camera out. It's now very much a part of the whole experience. Welcome to Latte with Lynda, 9:25 a.m. GMT. Welcome. And I thought I'd pop on because somebody messaged me and they said, nice to see you again, as if I've been anywhere. But I thought I'd pop on and do a live because clearly my audience is missing me. Good news. I have found these cards and I pressed the button to go live before I had a chance to stand and talk myself out, and oh yes, I'm just remembering what I wanted to talk about. So welcome to Latte with Lynda. It's the black Nicaraguans coffee de San Marco. I think it's San Marco. Oh, it's ever so nice. I really do like mild coffee. I have no idea. I mean, please message me and inform me. What is the point of bitter, sour coffee? And really, these notes of sourness, really, and citrus, please. No, thank you. Give me Caribbean, Blue Mountain. In fact, any Caribbean coffee, any Latin American coffee, thank you. Why the rest of the coffees of the world are so bitter, I don't know. Even the Ethiopian, I had an organic Ethiopian a few years ago, maybe last year, and even that was bitter. Hints of citrus. I don't need citrus in my coffee, thank you very much. However, I'm not going to complain. It was nice to try, and I know what I like, and you know what you like as well. So I came on because I'm just doing the onboarding process with my new coach. And there's this wonderful video that I've just watched yesterday, and it was so good that I made pages and pages of notes on it, because it's all about as you start to go inside. I know I've mentioned it before. What happens is you feel like you're taking a step backwards, but it is like, I don't have anything to show you. Here's a bottle. Imagine that this bottle is filled with something that can float, and it's all at the bottom. And then you pour water in, and these things that float start to come to the surface. So imagine that the things that are floating here are actually the issues that you get to deal with. So you're putting in all that clean water, and up is coming all of this stuff. And you feel like, oh my God, I'm going backwards, but you're not. You're actually progressive, because what's happening is everything that was buried down here is rising to the surface. And now you are in a better place to be able to deal with and work through whatever is coming up for you. So I made notes about what to do, triggers, challenges, setbacks. And it's really important to... because you want to be in the right energy, and this is all about being in the right energy. Because what's likely to happen is that you're going to fall into victim energy. Why me? Princess energy, prince energy, stomp your feet, prince, princess, where you want to be rescued, but you don't need rescue. What you need is a safe container where you can work through. So it's really about working through these things. It's really interesting, because what happens is, and it relates to the post. Good morning, Venus. Good morning. I posted today, and I wasn't planning to post. Do you know me? I literally go with the flow. When the spirit of inspiration takes me, hallelujah, it comes out. And I did my 7-minute workout, as I do every day. We're now up to 8 hours and 38 minutes, something like that. 500 odd minutes of workouts, because the workouts are only 7 minutes. And this is how you can build something and be consistent at it. And once you get consistent at it, then you get that confidence, because often we don't do things because we lack the confidence, and we lack the confidence because we don't do the thing, and we lack the confidence because of the story we've told. And so this is what it comes back to with my coach. that you do the work, and then something comes up that stops you from taking the action. And so she talks about how you separate the emotion, the feeling, from the story. So it's really separating head and heart, because your head is telling you some story, and that story is what is keeping you stuck from taking the action. When what we get to do now is it's like an exercise. It's really working to separate the story that my head is telling me from what is going on inside, what I am feeling. Because what is important is to feel that feeling without the judgment of that story, because it's the story that is creating the judgment, keeping us stuck and stopping us from taking action. So and it's letting go. So remember, I'm on my little journey of how to let go, and so this, and the thing is, we know all of this, we've heard all of this, and it's that thing. You are never ready to listen until you are ready to hear. And you're not ready to hear until the information arrives at the right frequency for you. I always used to talk about, we often talk about being on the same wavelength as other people, or different people, or not being on the same wavelength. And that's the thing. So you can be given this information from 1,000,001 different perspectives. I've been reading books about it, I've tried meditations and all of this, and then boom. And this is the beauty of the universe. I did not even know I required this coach. So she did this free event, a retreat. And it's all about wealth and abundance. But I wasn't really interested. It was only because my friend June said, she sent me a link, but she didn't mean for me to sign up to this thing. She just wanted to share the information. Anyway, I signed up for whatever reason, and I attended. And by day 2, I thought, yeah, these are the people I want to work with. This is my new coaching network. I've not left my other coach because I love her. She's business and strategy and very spiritual, beautiful, gorgeous. Can't leave her, so that's really good. So what I found with the new coach was she was answering, because this is the thing, ask your question deeply. Make sure it comes from your heart. It's heart-led, soul-led. Just make sure it comes from within and not up here. And when you ask that question, I guarantee you that an answer will come. And it may not come in the way that you even realise that, it doesn't come along with a little bow. That's the washing machine in the background, by the way. It doesn't come with a little bow that says, ta-da, I'm the answer. It just will appear in a way. So what happened was, I'm thinking, right, okay, how do I let go? Should I go and switch that off? Let me go and switch the machine off so it doesn't interrupt. Stay where you are, everybody. There we are. We're off. So I have been pondering this. How do I let go? Good morning. And people are saying, oh, well, you separate the head from the heart and you do this, and it just wasn't making sense. It wasn't landing. And then along comes Lara, and so I've been through all of this, and it's like, oh my God, I get it. The thing is, it's like a muscle, and it's something that you have to practice again and again and again and again. Like my 7-minute workouts, every day 7 minutes, positive affirmations all the way through the exercises. And what happens is, I started to exercise this muscle, which means that my self-talk is changing. It's becoming much more positive, and that kind of, curiosity is allowed to come up, which is good. So instead of criticising, it's curiosity that comes up, and it's acceptance, and it's an opportunity to work through. So the letting go is about separating the story from the actual feeling that you are feeling. The feeling that you are feeling is actually, it's really, really brief. There is a statistic about how long it actually takes for you to feel the feeling, and it's seconds. But what happens is you attach a story to that feeling, And that's why it stays, and it stays a lifetime. And we do this again and again and again, and we plant story on top of story, and before you know it, you're a mess. You're a mess inside, and you can't take the action outside. So it's really important to let go, because letting go is the art of. It really is bliss. So this thing that I'm practicing at the moment is called the gentle art of doing nothing. And that's exactly what it is. Do nothing. Now, it sounds crazy. And actually, I got it from my coach Claire and Laura and her coaching community also. I mean, they go big on it, and I love it. And it's literally, it's about allowing yourself to rest. Let yourself rest. Do nothing. And what you do is you actually create a space, and it's almost like, imagine, you're just holding yourself like this, and then you let go, and just physically feel how you feel when you let that go of whatever you're holding on to, and that space that's created. So in a sense, that is letting go as well. So the gentle art of doing nothing is really about doing nothing. And in that nothingness, you've actually let go of something just for a few minutes, for a few moments. A lot of people do it in meditation. I like to do it when I'm eating. It's mindfulness, essentially. It's just letting go, and let go of the phone and the computer and all of those kinds of things, because I have a very bad habit of sitting and eating and scrolling, which means you're not in the moment, and this is what's happening. You're not in the moment. So, but by sitting and eating and just enjoying the food and allowing the thoughts to come, and kind of examining them in a sense, because what happens is, especially if you've been doing my 7-minute workouts, the positive affirmations, what generally comes up is not negative. It tends to be positive. And actually it's space for your creation and your ideas. It's absolutely phenomenal, let me tell you. So I'm really excited. Bought myself a new notebook. If I said I had about 100, I don't think I'd be lying. I know. But I've decided to open up a new notebook for this new coaching network. I've got my old notebook for... I've got lots of new notebooks for everything. So... letting go. So that's really what I wanted to share about the story that we are attaching to everything. And I'm bringing back the letting go cards because they're here. I think they're in order. Give them a good old shuffle. Let go of your stories. And what can you do that's going to allow you to let go of those stories? And I think the first thing is to simply acknowledge that there is a story. Just acknowledge it. Just notice it. Notice when those stories are coming up. And that's the other thing, just before I say the cards, is because once you start to notice, you also want to bring it back to you. And because this is another way, this is a step towards letting go, is because it's often attached to somebody else. Well, they're in their world, they're in their space, they're in their head. You have no idea exactly why they've done what they're... Dear me. Cup of coffee, I think. You have no idea what they've done, why they've done it, really. And the beautiful thing that Laura said is, just have it from this point of view. As hard as it can be, they're doing the best they can, just like you are. You're doing the best you can. They're doing the best they can. So have that point of view. And take as well... oh my goodness, I've forgotten her name. Debbie Ford. God rest her soul. Her work lives on. What is it about that person that you can see in you? And then again, have that compassion for that part of you as you integrate it. So it's really about compassion, self-compassion, letting go. So here we go, to the cards. Add a good old shuffle. Oh, here we go. Fear is healed by love. I'm sorry, everybody. That app has disappeared. What happens with Meta is that it updates Instagram and Facebook, and there are 1,000,001 different versions of the platform. So the version that I'm on now no longer allows me to have that gorgeous app which allowed me to flip the camera so you can read properly. I mean, this is good for you because plant good seeds backwards, because it's going to allow you actually to exercise your brain, rewire those synapses. So fear is healed by love. So we can read it backwards, can't we? These are from my Letting Go cards, and there is a book, Letting Go, by David R. Hawkins, which I highly recommend. One of my good reads of last year. In fact, everything I read was good. Didn't read much, but everything I read was good. As we consistently let go of resisting our fears and allow them to be surrendered, the energy that was tied up in the fear is relinquished and now becomes available to shine forth as the energy of love. And that is so important, because that is exactly what my coach was talking about the energy. So the story we create, oh my goodness, the energy we give over to that story, that, you know, let's sort out the fact from the fiction. It's a story you've created. What are the actual real facts of the situation? Because once you let go of that story and start to have that love and compassion, oh, the energy you create. And coming back to the gentle art of doing nothing, it's the same thing. You do nothing, you release that negative energy and you create space, and that beautiful energy comes in. Soul Tribe, that's it from me. Oh, I was going to do a show and tell. Yesterday I made almond butter. Let me show you a little drop of it. Stay where you are. This is a little jar of the stuff, but I've got a whole huge jar in the fridge. And I did some research, because I added pink salt to it. I don't normally add salt to my almond butter. So recipe. Roast the almonds. I don't know how many I had. I probably had about 400 grams of almonds. Roast them, let them cool. Put them into... roast them for 10 to 12 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Keep your eye on them, because they will turn and go. They can burn very quickly. I don't de-skin them. I don't do anything like that. Roasted, cooled, high-powered blender, blitz. Now, because I had so many yesterday, the blender was quite full. And so it took a while for the almonds to go from that kind of, not quite powdery, but kind of clumpy, almost like a flour with a little bit of water in it, to the smooth, beautiful, oily texture, like a chocolate. It took a while, and so what I found was the almond butter is very sweet, and there's no added sugar to it whatsoever. So if you've got a sweet tooth, you're probably going to like it. I'm going to have to add more salt to mine, I'm afraid, to get rid of that sweet taste. But when I did my research, a few reasons why it might be sweeter than usual. Roasting, the type of nuts that I've used, the type of almonds that I've used, and also the fact that they may have been overly processed in the blender. So that may also make a difference. So those were the things I learned. You know what? There is absolutely never any failure. False attempt in learning. First attempt in learning. There's no failure whatsoever. What do you learn from the situation? So this is what we're going to do as we let go. We're going to look at the situation. We're going to recognise it. And then we're going to work to separate the thoughts in our head from the feelings in our body. And this is what we get to do. And it's a work in progress. Work of art, work in progress. That's you and me. Soul Tribe, that's it from me for today. the gentle art of doing nothing, letting go, separating the heart from the head, thoughts from the reality, or the feelings. We're getting there. Little by little, little becomes a lot. Soul Tribe. Let me tell you what I do, just in case. This is the thing. I come on, and I would like to put this at the beginning and at the end, but I always forget, but don't worry. I'm Lynda, and I typically work with black women in leadership who are frustrated and exhausted, doing all the work without the recognition or the quality of life. In fact, they often feel they're in the room to solve a problem that's insurmountable, and the work they're doing is depleting them rather than enriching them. I'm here to help them to overcome people-pleasing so that they can stand in their power, own their true voice, and be empowered to go for what they want and get it. If you'd like to find out more about what I do, check the link in my bio. Linktree is full of stuff, so you can book a call. In fact, book a call, let's have a chat, because there's so much stuff we could do together. It will be amazing. Soul Tribe, I see you, I feel you, I hear you, I get you, I've got you, I love you. Have a wonderful day. Sending lots of love. Bye.